Hi, in the next few minutes, I will walk you through why the Portuguese Golden Visa remains one of the most unique and strategic residency programs in Europe, and how you can still legally access it at the lowest possible investment levels as of June 2025. If your goal is to secure not just the European residency, but a pathway to citizenship, all without needing to relocate or disrupt your current life, this video is for you. My name is Aguayo. I'm partner at Holborn Assets. Our dedicated investment migration division is one of the largest in Europe. We've helped thousands of clients secure second residencies and citizenships with a 100% approval rate that has granted us an excellent rating on Trustpilot. So, why is Portugal so special? Portugal's Golden Visa has led the European market in popularity since its inception, and for a good reason. It's the only program in Europe that allows you to move from residency to citizenship and ultimately a European passport without ever needing to relocate or become a tax resident in Portugal. If your main objective is simply European residency, there are faster and most accessible programs out there, such as Greece, Italy, Hungary, or Latvia. But if your end goal is citizenship and passport and you don't want to live your current life, your only real option is Portugal. As you probably already know, since 2023, real estate is no longer permitted for the Portuguese Golden Visa. The most popular investment route for 2025 are: number 1, investment in a private fund with a minimum of 500,000 euros, or number 2, in the share capital of a Portuguese company that creates and maintains jobs, also with a minimum of 500,000 euros. At Holborn, we have exclusive hospitality projects that fall under these categories. They are fully compliant with the current legislation and they are not considered real estate. These hospitality projects are amongst the industry's most sought after as they pay upfront returns, meaning that the effective entry capital needed can descend from the classic 500k to as low as 325k, depending on the project. Let's break down the main options available today. So for starters, we have the classic investment fund category. Here you have to apply investing €500,000 in an applicable regulated fund. There are plenty of options with more or less risk-return structures. These options, of course, have a ROI depending on the strategy of the fund selected. This would mean that you would be getting your citizenship and passport plus profits. To be applicable, funds have to be at least 60% invested in Portugal. There is a wide array of different funds available and approved to access the Golden Visa today, from more conservative to industry-specific, venture capital, and even cryptocurrency funds are taking a lot of popularity in the last couple of months. If you would like to review which ones are our top selection of funds applicable today, and review your personal case and decide which one best aligns to your personal investor profile, please do book a free consultation with me. The link is in the description. Now let me introduce you to Holborn's hospitality projects. These have become the most popular way to access the program by our clients in the last couple of years. These projects are extremely popular because they pay upfront returns. This means that you can access the Golden Visa with less capital required than the classic 500k. As they pay upfront returns, you would then transfer these upfront returns into your new Portuguese account and comply with the 500k minimum to start the process. These hospitality projects all fall under the share capital or Portuguese company investment or fund category. This means that they are not considered in any way, shape or form real estate and comply perfectly with the current legislation. As well, these projects have become a very good substitute to what we had back in the day with real estate. This is because with Solagua Hotel and with Agua Praia, you can actually exchange your participation in share capital or fund category into the title deeds of an apartment in the hospitality complex at the end of the process in year 6. So after your citizenship application is done, you can exchange your investment or transform it into real estate, which makes these projects especially popular amongst our clients. As with these products, you are investing in the hotel industry. Investors would get very nice perks of free stays that would help them comply with the 5 weeks in the 5 years of process minimum stay requirement with ease. In the case of Solagua Hotel, investors could stay up to 4 weeks per year of free stays in the hotel. With the case of Solagua Hotel and Agua Praia, On top of investing in the share capital or fund, you are investing in the underlying asset of the hotel itself. With this case, you do have two exit strategies. You can either execute a buyback, so you would receive your initial investment back in the end of the process in year 6, or you can actually keep title deeds over one of the apartments in the hospitality complex. So starting with Solacua Hotel, this has been the strongest project that we've been selling this 2025. It is a ready-built and operational 4-star hotel in Albufeiras in the Algarve. It has upfront returns of 101,000 euros, which would lower your entry capital required to 399. And there is a developer loan option as well to up to 50,000 euros. So you can lower this even further to 349,000 euros. In the case for Aqua Praia, this is our newest hospitality project. For this case, there is upfront returns of 95,000 euros, which are paid as dividends in Portugal, as this is falling under the fund category. For this case, you would need the 500k to enter the project. As we can see with this project, the free stays benefit and the upfront returns are a bit less than Solacua, but the location is considered a lot better by most investors, as is in Caparica Coast in Lisbon. For the case of the Navigator hotel chain, in this case, you would not have the option of keeping an apartment, so here you would be investing straight into the hotel chain, not in an underlying asset of a hotel. So you would only have the option of executing the buyback guarantee at year 6. For this option, you would have the most upfront returns of 175, which would lower your effective capital entry requirement to 325. This is the absolute lowest entry to access the Portuguese Golden Visa via investment this 2025. It is deemed to be the most simple and straightforward path today as well, because remember the 175,000 euros are being paid as upfront returns at the start and reinvested to meet the 500k minimum. So out of your pocket, 325 comes out and 375 comes into your pocket in year 6 by executing the buyback. This would give you a net cash flow of positive 50,000 euros into your pocket after the 6 years of process, which would be more than enough to pay all of the legal fees, taxes and costs that this process involves. Now comes the fun part. Here is a back-to-back comparison of how much would you actually need out of your pocket to access each one of the top applicable investments that we are recommending to our clients today. Remember that each and every single one of these products have to comply with the minimum of 500,000 euros coming from outside of Portugal and from your account to comply with the Portuguese legislation and be applicable with today's law. For this reason, only Solacua and the Navigator hotel chain manage to effectively lower your entry capital requirement. This is because the upfront returns of each one of these two projects are paid at the start of the process and to your non-Portuguese account. So these upfront returns can be reinvested, so transferred to your new Portuguese account and invested at the start of the process, letting you access these projects for less money coming out of your pocket at the start. So if you have a 500,000 budget, you could go for an investment fund or for Aqua Praia. If you have a little bit less, you can go for the most financially sound project, which is Solacua Hotel, for a 399 entry, reinvesting the upfront returns, or as low as 349 if you actually take the developer loan option. In the case that you want to go for the absolute lowest entry possible and the most straightforward and simple scheme, the Navigator collection would be the preferred project for you, as you can enter with a 325,000 euro entry capital requirement, reinvesting upfront returns of 175,000.
Portugal's program has many strengths, but speed is not one of them. The immigration agency has been overwhelmed since 2022, though active steps are being taken to resolve this. If Portugal manages to keep up with their promises of speeding up the process, you should expect your first residence card to arrive after the first year, between month 12 and 15. If things stay as they are right now, first residence is expected in up to 18 months. The good news is that processing time now counts towards the citizenship. The 5-year clock starts from the date of application, not from the issuance of your first residence card. This means that you could be applying for citizenship in around 5 years and 2-3 months if we hypothetically started today. Keep in mind that citizenship and passport are not instant, so realistically, you should consider having your passport in hand between the year 6 and 7, depending on Portugal's processing time in 5 more years, which is, of course, hard to foresee. The good news is that there is real consent and action taking place to make all of these processes faster as time goes by. A reasonable time frame should always be between 6 and 7 years to have the passport in hand, but always keep in mind 7 years as a conservative approach. If you'd like to review these projects in detail and get access to our full program overview, simply scan the QR code on your screen. You'll be redirected to a landing page where you can download our latest Portuguese Golden Visa playbook, and you can book a free consultation with me. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who's also exploring European residency and citizenship. Drop your questions in the comments. I respond personally. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to assisting you. See you on the next one.